Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Pearson, your elementary ELL teacher. Today I'm going to do the vocabulary lesson for chapter 4, and we're focusing on words 5 through 8. I have another lesson that focuses on words 1 through 4, and you may have already done that, but this will focus on words 5 to 8. So for this lesson, you're going to turn and talk. I'm going to ask a question about the pictures I show you. You're going to think about your answer. Then you're going to pair up with a partner if you have someone to talk to at home, or you can be my virtual partner. Then you're going to share out your answer in a complete sentence or sentences. So for this lesson, you will need a pencil and a piece of paper or a journal page. So if you need to, push pause, get your pencil and a piece of paper, and then push play when you're ready to join us. On the paper, you're going to divide the paper into 3 equal parts or thirds, 1, 2, 3 columns, and then you can draw 2 lines like I just showed you. Then write numbers 5 through 8. And for each number, you're going to write the targeted word. Then in the next column, you're going to write a synonym or a word that means the same. And a synonym is a word that means the same or is similar, just like combine is a synonym or is similar to the word mix. They basically mean the same thing. You could also write a shorter definition of the word. If you can't come up with a synonym or a shorter definition, you can just write the word a second time. And then in the third column, draw a quick picture or sketch to help you remember the word. So if you need to, push pause, get your materials, and then push play when you're ready. Our learning target. I can use pictures and context clues to help me understand important words from chapter 4 of Bud Not Buddy. The second learning target, I can have a conversation with the class about the vocabulary words and pictures. Here's our success criteria. I will, number 1, how will you know you're successful? Here's our steps for success. Number 1, I will look closely at each pair of pictures. 2, I will say what I notice about each picture. How are they the same or similar? 3, read each word and its definition. 4, write each word, a synonym or a short definition, and draw a quick sketch. For each pair of pictures, I'm going to ask the same questions. What do you notice or see? And you can say, I notice or I see. And how are they the same or similar? And you can say they both. You can also agree with me and say, I agree with you, Mrs. Pearson, because, and tell me why, or I disagree with you and say, I disagree with you because, and tell me why. So here's our first pair of pictures. What do you notice or see? I notice or I see. Well, in the first picture, I notice a faucet with water coming out. In the second picture, I notice a bigger faucet with handles and water coming out of the pipes as well. So how are these two pictures the same or similar? They both. Well, they both show a spigot. And what is a spigot? S-P-I-G-O-T. A spigot is a noun. It's a faucet with handles that turns on water, usually from a sink. A spigot, a faucet with handles that turns on water, usually from a sink. So the synonym, you could write sink faucet or just sink or faucet to help you remember that word. And here's the quote from Bud Not Buddy. I walked over to the sink and turned on one of the spigots. I walked over to the sink and turned on one of the spigots. Bud. So if you need to, you can push pause, but also at the end of the lesson, I will show you all 4 words, 5 through 8, with the definition and the picture. What do you notice or see? I notice or I see. Well, in the first picture, I noticed some pipes and there's water on one side and then a little spot where the water can't go any further. In the second picture, I noticed water as well and a spot where the water can't go any further. And then there's something that you twirl at the top. So how are these pictures the same or similar? They both? Well, they both show a valve, V-A-V-A-L-V-E, valve. What is a valve? It's a noun, a mechanical device by which the flow of liquid may be controlled by a movable part like a spigot or faucet. So there's a little valve here that's keeping the water from going to the next part of the pipes. So valve. A synonym, you could just say spigot or faucet. And here's the quote. It's something about chemistry and biology, making some valve in your guts open up and whoop, zoop, zoop, you got a wet bed, bud. Here's our next picture. What do you notice or see? I notice or I see. Well, in the first picture, I noticed someone, it looks like they received a diploma or something good. In the second picture, it looks like this boy received a bad grade on his history test, F. So how are these pictures the same or similar? They both? Well, they both show deserved, D-E-S-E-R-V-E-D, deserved. That's past tense for deserve. And what does deserve mean? It's a verb. It means to have earned because of something you did, good or bad. So, for example, this person studied hard, so they deserved their diploma or their certificate of completion. And this person might not have studied very hard and they deserved the F because they didn't work hard to study for the test. Deserved, to have earned because of something you did, good or bad. Synonym could be earned, E-A-R-N-E-D, earned. And here's our quote. Fair is fair. The Amoses deserved what they were going to get, meaning they earned what they were going to get because they were so mean. Fair is fair. The Amoses deserved what they were going to get, bud. Okay, final picture. What do you notice or see? I notice or I see. Well, in the first picture, I noticed that three boys, it looks like they're kind of torturing this poor guy on the floor. One's sitting on him, one's jumping, and one's twisting his legs together. And he has this bewildered look on his face. In the second picture, I noticed this man pulled a lever, and then all these things started going on this other guy. He's getting poked and hit and prodded. So, how are these pictures the same? They both show. Well, they both show torture or torturing. Torture, torturing, Torturing. The root word is torture, and it's a verb to punish or force someone to do or say something by causing great pain. Both these people in these pictures looks like they're have a lot of pain, and someone's causing that pain. So a synonym would be punish or cause pain. So you can choose one of those, punish or cause pain, torturing. Here is the quote from the book. Being unhappy about it is one thing, but torturing the kids who are there even though they don't want to be is another. So Todd was torturing him. Being unhappy about it is one thing, but torturing the kids who are there even though they don't want to be is another. Bud. All right, so let's check your work. Like I said, we show you all the words at the end. 5 is spigot. A faucet with handles that turns on water, usually from a sink, spigot. 6 is valve, mechanical device by which the flow of liquid may be controlled by a movable part like a spigot or a faucet. 7, deserved, to have earned something because of something you did, good or bad. You can deserve something good or you can deserve something bad. 8, torturing, to punish or force someone to do or say something by causing great pain. And again, I highlighted the shorter definition in yellow or a synonym. So if you need to, push pause, make sure you have all 4 words, 5 through 8, and a synonym and a quick sketch. So let's review and reflect on our learning target. What was our learning target? I can use pictures and context clues to help me understand important words from chapter 4 of the book Bud Not Buddy. 4, I could teach this lesson. I easily said what I noticed about each pair of pictures and wrote each word, including a synonym and picture or sketch. 3, I was able to say what I noticed about most of the picture pairs and wrote most of the words, including the synonym and picture. 2, I was able to say what I noticed about some of the picture pairs and wrote some of the words, including the synonym and sketch. Or 1, I was not able to say what I noticed about any of the picture pairs and did not write the words. So on the top of your paper, give yourself a reflection grade for 3, 2, or 1. And then you will be finished with this lesson. Thanks for following along with me. Have a great day.